What up, my dude? Welcome home, welcome home.
Thank you, man. Hey, yo, tell Boo-Boo I said what up.
Oh.
CD. Tell the big homie Boo-Boo I said what up.
Oh, so
We out here.
let's work, man. He just dropped a new joint, so let's work. He's back in the studio. Let's work.
All right, say no more. I'm ready. Let's get it. I'm ready.
I gotta keep it real. I gotta keep it 10,000. Ex-enforcer / founder of the Queens Supreme Team, Gerald Prince Miller sends a stalk warning to maxb. Yeah, he sends a stalk warning to maxb to mind your business. And now his eyes is on him. This can get nasty, ladies and gentlemen. Yo, it's your boy E-Oil, aka the Harlem Legend, man. If you're new to the channel, if you're old to the channel, please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you set your bell notification so you know when I'm dropping a video or going live. Welcome to Harlem Legend TV, y'all, man. We got to get right into this one because things might be getting a little tricky real soon. Yeah, don't say I didn't tell y'all. Things might be getting tricky real soon because ex-enforcer of the Supreme Team from Queens, New York, you heard Gerald Prince Miller, is home after 34 years in prison. Yeah, 34, 35 years in prison. He was the co-leader of the notorious Supreme Team in a criminal syndicate. You heard, and that dominated the crack cocaine trade in South Jamaica, Queens during the 1980s. Okay. This man is home now, y'all, after 35 years. Co-leadership. Miller ran the organization alongside his uncle, Kenneth Supreme McGriff. Together, they were often referred to as the Cash Money Brothers. So at the end of the day, when you really look at the whole totality of this situation, Supreme Team hasn't really had people that spoke out on their behalf. Okay, it's always been the other way around because these guys have always been in prison. They've been serving time in prison. Kenneth Supreme McGriff, Prince's uncle, actually has life in prison, so he can barely speak out for himself. You understand? So cut all that because this is where it gets nasty at, y'all, because we all remember when maxb first came home, all the controversy behind his name, the rat allegations, the snitch allegations, the cooperation allegations. Well, Gerald Prince Miller has a platform to where, man, he's did some exposing recently with Jimmy Henchman, and he's letting it be known. He's calling maxb out. maxb hooked up with 50 Cent, and when he hooked up with 50 Cent, he had some lyrics, okay, that was basically coming at Kenneth Supreme McGriff. Well, Gerald Prince Miller is not going for it any longer, y'all. Okay, he's going to be speaking out on a lot of these issues. Let me play for y'all what maxb said that kind of got Gerald Prince Miller feeling some type of way. Pay attention.
Get high off the ketamine, bulletproof Maybach, purge drop clean, and down here to give you some you ain't never seen. Content better stream, convict better team, EMG O-line, 50 don't with Supreme, 50 don't with Supreme, 50 don't with Supreme.
So as you can see, 50 Cent featuring maxb, no more tricks, no more tries. You heard? It was garbage, right? 50 Cent was fire on it. I got to call it what it is. maxb verse was garbage. I don't know if he was just trying to get it back up under him. I'm really not a fan of the music that he's putting out now, to be honest with y'all. I know he has something popping with French Montana. These guys are on top of the charts right now. Salute to them, but I'm not a fan of the music itself at this point in time. But on the 50 Cent feature track, I gotta be real. He went at Supreme, and things might not go the way he planned it. But first, I gotta show y'all, because Gerald Prince Miller, he spoke on behalf of 50 Cent not actually being a rat first. See, he had to throw that out there, and then he implicated maxb. Pay attention, y'all.
Wanted to get something out in the air because 50 lied on him. And he wanted to clear the air. You know what I'm saying? But 50 said other things about him. And he wasn't so quick to talk about it. I said, man, tell that dude, man. I said, you got paperwork on 50, man? Send that stuff to me, man. Let me see it. He ain't sent it, did he? Mm-hmm. If he'd have sent it, that paperwork would be right here on the Prince Miller show, showing 50 to be no good. But he never sent that work. You know how many?
So as far as we understand, okay, 50 Cent is in the clear at this point, right? Because there's been speculation for quite so many years. Oh, 50 Cent told on this guy, or 50 Cent told on this guy, and I've just never seen paperwork on it. I've seen fake paperwork come out quite a few times. It's one of those things where it's always a struggle to know if it's real or not. Right. And Prince Miller is a very stand-up guy. He's one of them guys that come across as a gangster. He gave back his time. He got compassionate release from prison after serving 35 years. So he's just not one of those guys that laid down for the government. So most of the things that he's going to say, a lot of the hood dudes is going to take as golden. I'm just saying, y'all, it gets a little bit more tricky here now, y'all, because this is when he calls out maxb. Pay attention.
You know how many people watch our YouTube channels and everybody else's YouTube channel that ain't even on street time like that? They don't really care about Jimmy being hot or this person being hot or maxb being an informant or none of that.
What? Hold on. We got to go back. What did he say?
Being an informant or none of that stuff. They don't really care about Jimmy being hot or this person being hot or maxb being an informant or none of that stuff. Some people don't even believe that kind of stuff. You say it, they don't even believe it. Mm-hmm. But paperwork don't lie.
I said to myself, okay. Gerald Prince Miller threw a shot, okay? And he wants his presence to be felt. I can tell. He threw a shot at maxb blatantly. You heard? Yeah. At the end of the day, this is Queen's business. Yeah, I got to call it what it is. maxb is born and raised in Harlem. What is he doing in Queens, Jamaica, Queens business, Southside business? Well, I said to myself, things might get a little even worse, right? Because he didn't stop there, y'all. This is when he gave a schooling to maxb and sent that stalk warning. He may be watching them very well. Pay attention.
Some type of way, every time you see somebody talk about my father, your uncle on an interview in a bad way, do you always take that personal? Because you know it happens a lot. People want clickbait.
I don't take it personal because there's other people said worse things and I ain't said 2 words about them. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Then there's some people that say things and it makes me think. Like when maxb said on the record with 50, maxb don't know nothing about South Jamaica. For you to repeat something that he said, why you riding him like that? I know 50 and 50 know me. I knew him when he was a young kid. I know his mother more than I know him. When I see people riding dudes and then saying something about, it just makes me think, what's up with you?
Yeah.
And he made me put an eye on him, man.
I don't think that's the eye that he wants on him, y'all. I gotta be real. I believe Gerald Prince Miller is gearing up to actually go over maxb's paperwork. See, you gotta understand, this is a man that served 35 years in the penitentiary, okay? He understands. He looks over this paperwork. He fought the government and ended up getting out. Yeah, this is a man that has 6, allegedly. This is a man that was charged and got out of 6 bodies. At the end of the day, I gotta ask y'all, is Gerald Prince Miller sending a shot to maxb to let him know I'm coming? Yeah, we will be going over your paperwork. And I gotta ask y'all, would it be valid if somebody like a Gerald Prince Miller went over his paperwork and actually laid it all out for us to understand it better? Because it's been a lot of speculation behind maxb. Not that many people care anymore because he already got rich, right? He already went and got his bag. But to clarify things, should Max B have gotten a business? I'm just being honest, y'all. Should he have indulged in Queen's business? See, this might get ugly for him, y'all. I got to be all the way real with you. And at the end of the day, nothing was ever cleared up when it came to Max B because he had a lot of people protecting him. A lot of people bringing him on their podcasts and saying he didn't do this and he didn't do that. I'm just saying, you heard the shield was up. We heard Fat Joe say he protected. We know what's going on. Yeah, I helped you out. It was all a buddy thing in the industry. But now when you're going up against guys that would stand up in the penitentiary for 35 years complete, you heard that stood there and took that time. I think Max B might have crossed the line and disrespected. You heard, and got involved in something that doesn't concern him because 50 Cent, oh, he knows the Supreme Team and the Supreme Team knows 50 Cent. See, I think a lot of guys get it twisted and Max B might have made a wrong turn. But hey, who am I? Look, I don't make the news. I just break the news down. Gerald Prince Miller, ex-enforcer / co-founder of the Supreme Team. You heard the late 80s, early 90s drug syndicate / putting down. That's what they was doing. They was putting in some work. Does Max B stand a chance, y'all? I'm just saying, should he just have mind this business and went about his business? Because this gonna probably get ugly. Prince Miller, I'm sure he understands law work the same way he pulled that big old thick old envelope up on Jimmy Henchman. Lord knows what's he gonna pull up on Max B. Yo, it's your boy E or you, aka the Harlem Legend, man. Make sure y'all get down in the comment section, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you set your bell notifications so you know when I'm dropping a video or going live. Let me know how y'all think this is gonna go down. But he's sending a warning. Salute.
Some type of way every time you see somebody talk about my father, your uncle on an interview in a bad way, do you always take that personal? Because you know it happens a lot. People want clickbait.
I don't take it personal because there's other people said worse things and I ain't said 2 words about them. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Then there's some people that say things and it makes me think. Like when Max B said on the record with 50, Max B don't know nothing about South Jamaica. For you to repeat something that he said, why you riding him like that? I know 50 and 50 know me. I knew him when he was a young kid. I know his mother more than I know him. When I see people riding dudes and then saying something about, it just makes me think, what's up with you?
Yeah.
And he made me put an eye on him, man.